I feel like the help, the employee number one, or Cinderella. This is what Jason said in a reply to one of my letters. And I want to speak a little bit about this feeling of being invisible and unappreciated by your spouse or by your family, and how that's not singular. Like many of us go through that. It may come from a relationship with your mother, right? If in your childhood maybe you wanted to be seen and heard and appreciated, and those feelings weren't fully fulfilled, then that pattern, that relationship keeps recreating in your life. And then unconsciously, you end up identifying your partner, for example, with your mother, and then you keep trying to validate those feelings, keep trying to be seen and heard and appreciated. There are two issues with that, unfortunately. One of them is that you put a lot of pressure on your partner to fulfill that need for you. And the second one is that you give your power away by seeking validation outside of you. And also that's very, very hard to achieve. It may be like an endless loop, right? You always seek validation outside, and then you never feel fully seen and appreciated. So how this may show up in your day-to-day life? You may do things around the house, you may take out the trash, and then you leave the bin without a trash bag just so that your partner sees that the trash was taken out. Or you may clean around the house and have an expectation that she notices it or she says something nice about it. You end up doing things to get something in return. And that is harmful for you and for your family, for your partner, for your spouse. Puts a lot of pressure, as I was saying, on your partner, and then this need inside of you is never fulfilled. So the best way I found to go around that is to ask myself, when I want to do something, when I feel there's a need for me to do something around the house, to contribute in a way, right? I stop myself and I ask, okay, why am I doing this? Am I doing it to get something in return? Am I doing it to feel seen, to feel heard, to feel validated? Or would I do it no matter what? And if the answer is, yeah, I do it just to get validation, maybe don't do it. Maybe don't act on it and see what happens, see what it comes, what it brings. And then if you say like, well, no, actually, no matter what response comes, I would still do it. I still feel like this is important for me and I feel like I contribute to the family. And this is something that you can actually pursue, right? Now, I'm not saying to abandon the house chores if the answer you get is your partner is not going to validate you, so there's no point in doing the dishes. It's more separating the expectations, right? So if I do the dishes expecting that my partner will give me a thumbs up, okay, then maybe it's not the right motivation to do it. But if I ask myself, okay, I'm doing the dishes because I contribute to the family and I love my partner and I want to take some load off her shoulders, then I do it, and then the action is done when it's complete. It's not like I attach an expectation to it. It's not like I'm doing the dishes are done, and then there's always energy to, oh, my partner needs to see it, my partner needs to say something. So this is the differentiation between doing something for the sake of it and doing something in order to get something in return. And this is the way I found to validate myself, basically, to tell myself, okay, what I'm doing is enough, the way I show up is enough, I am enough. And this way you don't seek validation outside, and you can separate yourself from this feeling of not being appreciated and not being visible. And there's one more thing to it. What you can do is you can actually start to acknowledge what you see around you and it's positive, right? So by you acknowledging what is happening around that is positive, that other people are doing for you or for the family, maybe your kids, maybe your spouse, maybe someone else, and you bring awareness to the good that's happening around you, you can also create this environment where people acknowledge the good that's happening around them, right? So you give an example and you do that again without an expectation to receive something back. It's just you're setting the tone. So you start saying little things, right? Thank you for setting up the table tonight, or thank you for cleaning, putting the toys away once you are done with it. I really appreciate not stepping on Legos tonight. So you just start noticing the little things, and then without having any expectations that that's gonna come back to you, you foster this environment of focusing on the positivity. And this is another way that you can encourage people to see each other, to appreciate each other, and then eventually that will be enough, and you won't feel the need for that to come back to you. You will feel like, okay, I'm doing something for the sake of it. I am noticing more of the positive that's happening around me, and that is enough. There's no expectation to receive anything back. I'm doing it for the sake of it. I'm happy, I'm fulfilled, I'm present. This is something that worked for me, and hopefully it will help you as well to no longer feel invisible and unappreciated, and not to feel like Cinderella or the employee number one anymore, and just to feel like you're a part of the family and you're contributing and you're doing things for the sake of it. Hope this helps.